KUR staff and management or other affiliated organizations.
It's Kutztown Live with Shantae Taylor. Your campus and community issues and interview radio show. Call Shantae at 610-683-4859. And now, Shantae Taylor on Kutztown Live.
Hey everyone, it's Shantae and welcome to Kutztown Live. Today I have George, who is the marketing coordinator for ACE, with me here today. Welcome to the show, George.
Thank you very much.
All right, so as you all know, 2 weekends ago, it was homecoming, and, it was a pretty nice weekend. I know on Thursday was the pep rally. I loved the shirts.
Yeah, that was great choice.
They were burgundy, and they had, the little design on it. It was definitely an improvement from last year's design. I like it way better. And I noticed that you guys decided to switch the pep rally to Friday instead of Thursday. So why?
I'm not exactly too sure exactly why we would have changed the date. Maybe just for Thursday. It was Thursday. It wasn't Thursday. It was Friday because maybe a better. Hopefully, hoping for a better turnout. Maybe it was just the rec was reserved for a different day, so we just have to work around it. Maybe that.
Okay. Yep. I mean, it could be lots of reasons.
Yeah.
And also, we had a guest. We had a World Series champion, Ryan Vogelsong. He was honored on Saturday at the homecoming court. Mm-hmm. Well, not at the homecoming court, but on the field. Mm-hmm. And I would like to know, what type of feedback have you received from the homecoming events, like the pep rally, Ryan Vogelsong being honored?
I'm not too sure exactly on the honoring, but I know for the pep rally, a lot of people enjoyed the shirts, as you mentioned, the timing, also the Sean Bott event. A lot of people enjoyed that. We didn't have the greatest turnout, but for those that did go, he was very connecting with the audience. So from my perspective and what I've heard, it seemed like a pretty good turnout.
Yeah. I thought it was okay. I couldn't make everything simply because I had to work.
I understand.
So I couldn't attend everything, but I definitely liked the designs. I definitely came and stayed for the pep rally a little bit. I love pep rallies because I love the dancing and the excitement.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
I love pep rallies. And for Ryan Vogelsong, I would have loved to be there, but like I said, I had to work. Mm-hmm. But, that's good that you received mostly positive feedback from homecoming weekend. Mm-hmm. And now it's November. So that means you probably only have about 5 more weeks until the semester ends. Yeah. Do you have any events planned for this week?
Oh, yeah. This Friday, we have the karaoke night, so we'll have it in the Bears Den by the sub. Similar as we always do it, people will have open mic, so people just come through, sing whatever songs they wish. If they bring their friends, it's definitely a better time. We'll always have the snacks and foods like that. Hopefully that'll be a good turnout. Then also next Wednesday, we have the refugee crisis. It's a speaker. He is the chairman of the social work department. His name was, I believe, Dr. Vafiz. He'll be talking about his personal experience seeing and witnessing refugees from his homeland back in Greece and just giving his input and his opinions and hopefully some input on solutions on how to fix the crisis of refugees in general.
So you said that's next Wednesday?
Next Wednesday, yep.
At what time?
I believe it's at 7 in 183.
Yeah, I might definitely check that out. I might actually cover that for Newsbreak or Keystone. Mm-hmm. I'm definitely interested in covering that event. I think would be something great.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely something different that we haven't done before. And it's also working with the KU Modeling United Nations Club. So definitely a new collaboration with that club.
Yeah, I'll check it out. I usually mostly go to the fun events, like the pep rallies and arts and crafts. Anything that deals with free food, I'll go.
Oh yeah, the educational ones are also a little different, but definitely done something enjoyable.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to come out for that. I'm gonna see if I can get someone to help me cover that for Newsbreak, or maybe even write a story for the Keystone. I haven't wrote a story for the Keystone this whole entire semester.
Yeah, I believe for the immigration forum, or I think there was two times I remember there was a reporter there from Keystone, but they don't come every event. Sometimes.
Yeah, no, I definitely got to check that out. And that's in this building, the McFarland Student Union building, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm gonna write that down. You said Wednesday at 7.
Yes, ma'am.
at 7. And what's the title of this event?
Refugee Crisis.
Refugee Crisis.
Actually, it's going to be in the alumni auditorium, which I believe is 183, but I'm not too sure exactly the numbers.
But this it's still in here, right? Yeah, I believe it's on this floor.
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. But like I said, this semester is coming to an end. And how many more events does ACE have for the rest of the semester? Do you know?
Off the top, I believe we have between 5 to 7 events left.
5 to 7. So you're probably going to do like 1 or 2 per week or
Yeah.
something like that. And have you been taking like students' opinions and thoughts into consideration? Because I know every Tuesday there's always an ACE representative in the McFarland Student Union building upstairs.
Yeah, we do have the promo tables every Tuesday right there outside the Bears Den at 11, between 11 and 12. And we do use the surveys, and we do use their opinions. For the last week or so, we've been doing scheduling for next semester's events, and those surveys have definitely been something of input.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I already told you the last show what, I would like to see, like some sort of formal dance or some sort of award show.
I believe that's something that was in the talks of.
One of them?
Can't guarantee it, but it's something.
In the talks is a start. That's a start.
Yeah, true.
I'm hoping that one of those two things will come true or will happen because I am graduating in May.
Oh, okay. So we got to get something for you before you go.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, something different. I mean,
Yeah.
when you come to think about it, that's different.
Oh, yeah, of course.
That's different.
That's something we definitely want to try every semester, do the things that are routine that everyone enjoys, and then definitely want to spice it up and give something new.
Yeah, of course. And I know that every year you do the Beer Fest. I'm excited for what y'all got planned for that.
During Bear Fest?
I mean, I know that it's not planned yet, but I am looking forward to Beer Fest.
Oh, yeah,
I do enjoy Beer Fest. The only thing is, last year it was really cold.
Yes, it was.
I remember.
Can't control that part, but hopefully we can work something around it.
Because I didn't come out to a few events because it was cold.
Yeah, we can't really anticipate that, but we do understand. Weather definitely is a factor.
I did come out to the, I guess it was the performance or showcase that was in the heated tent. You don't remember?
No. Too many events that.
It was I believe it was on the last day. I came out to that event to see a couple of my friends perform.
Oh, okay.
It was an okay turnout. Like I said, it was cold.
Mm-hmm.
The weather can have a huge impact as far
course.
as whether or not students want to come out.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if it was cold and windy and rainy,
No one's
which
gonna
it
do that.
was.
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember. But the good part about it is that there was a heated tent, so it wasn't too bad.
Helped a little bit.
Yeah, so I mean, when you all are planning for the beer festival, you can take that into consideration, like just in case it gets cold, what you have to do.
Oh yeah, there's committees that works on that, but that's definitely something that hopefully is considered.
Yeah, I'm praying that it's nice.
Oh yeah.
I'm praying.
We can always hope though.
Yeah, because I do not like the cold. I hate the cold actually. But I do have a question, like as far as your position goes, like what are you responsible for?
Me as the VP of marketing or the marketing coordinator, I run all 3 of the social medias. I run the Twitter account, the Facebook account, and the Instagram account. I'm also responsible for making sure that each poster for each event is distributed to the committees and also to housing. What else am I responsible for? The setup of every promo table. So every Tuesday, I have to make sure I have to get up here a little bit earlier to get that set up. And that's pretty much what I do as the marketing coordinator.
Okay, so do you want to have a career in marketing?
Oh, yes, of course.
Oh, you love it?
Oh, yeah, I enjoy it a lot.
Oh.
Like, for example, right now I work at Cigars International, and I'm really close with the HR rep, and she said after I graduate, then I would have an opportunity for an application. An interview for the marketing department, so that's definitely something I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I'm in sales myself, and I don't like it.
You don't?
Nope.
Oh, my. Well, right now I do customer service, and I enjoy the sales part.
I'm a brand ambassador.
Okay.
So that involves, sales, like pitching ideas, not pitching ideas, but pitching to, prospective customers.
Oh, of course.
And it's tough.
Oh, yeah, it's really hard. It's
hard.
not for everyone, but like as my professors say, like 90% of the students coming out here are going to be doing some type of sales call, some type of sales job in business, because you just have to get that type of thing underneath your belt. So, I mean, it's something you have to do to get to the next step, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely hard, but I will say that the sales and marketing industry, you can make lots of money.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a bonus. That's for sure.
That's the only part. 'Cause, I make, more money than some college graduates right now.
That's great.
I mean, as far as, like, it's still hourly.
Oh yeah.
But,
Nothing
like,
salary,
sometimes
yeah.
when you're coming out of college and you're going into, like, the field you want to pursue, they might start you out with $9 or $10.
Yeah, it's very challenging.
So, I know. I hope you get the job. I hope you find something that you like.
I definitely hope so as well. I definitely would want to do something every day that I don't enjoy. That's not what I have in
Oh my
mind.
God, I hate that. Like, I don't know, like, all around my family and my friends are like, oh, I gotta go to work. And it's like, that's the main reason why I came to college, so that I can do something that I like to do.
Yeah.
I mean, something that I enjoy.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Like, I don't want to
completely.
look at my job as if it's a chore or if it's like, tough. Like,
Definitely.
I want to enjoy my job. I want to be happy to go to work.
Exactly.
There are gonna be some days where I don't feel like it, where I'm too tired.
Oh yeah,
but
that's true.
I'm just like, no, I don't ever want to be them.
Yeah, I
ever.
understand. I can understand completely what you're getting at.
Yeah, so, but I want to just thank you for, coming on
Of course.
the show and, telling us about all the events you have planned for the rest of this week and next week. And I'll see you again so you
of
can give
course.
us an update on more events throughout the semester.
Of
Thanks,
course.
George.
No problem. Thank you.
We're Cup Pack 180, and you're listening to KUR.
You can save up to 8 lives and heal more than 50 people, and you can do it in 30 seconds. I'm State Senator Judy Schwank with a Pennsylvania moment. In Pennsylvania, more than 8,000 people are waiting for a life-saving organ transplant. Anyone, regardless of age or medical history, can sign up to be an organ or tissue donor. Log on to donatelifepa.org. I'm State Senator Judy Schwank with a Pennsylvania moment.
It's Telescopic Topics, a look into the world above us.
Did you hear about the government shutdown of 2013? My name's Alex Magana, and here's the story of how one person was affected. Since the government did not come to an agreement on a budget for the nation, the new fiscal year that began on October 1st, 2013, was the first day in a 16-day government shutdown. Numerous agencies funded by the government were furloughed. One affected was NASA. Out of the 18,000 employees, only 550 were allowed to work. These individuals continued working despite 97% of their agency closing its doors. This affected every aspect of NASA, from research and missions to their social media accounts. The employees allowed to work were those deemed essential to certain missions or important to the welfare and safety of the U.S. citizens. Delia Santiago is a graduate student at the University of California, Santa Cruz. Santiago is a participant in the NASA Pathways program. This program prepares students for careers within the agency after graduation. Thanks in part to this program, her research on the Martian water cycle overlaps with her duties as a civil servant for NASA. She never expected the shutdown to last 16 days. She honestly thought that the government would come to an agreement at the very last minute and that the next day would continue on as usual. She remembers seeing a lot of people preparing for the shutdown and thinking how unnecessary that was. Yet once October 1st rolled around, the government did indeed shut down. What she thought was a big inconvenience to people turned out to be much more than that. Since her research uses 3D computer models, as well as constant communication with collaborators, the shutdown did affect her work. She does have computer models available for home usage, but with limited disk space as well as less computing power, she could not see much progress. To make matters worse, some of her data that was stored on computers would not be available to her until the shutdown was over. Santiago faced great uncertainty throughout the 16-day government shutdown. The lack of interaction with mentors and collaborators, difficulty accessing data, not having proper workspace, and minimal computing power all put her behind in her graduate career. Not knowing if she would get back pay once this was all over added to her stress. Though she did receive back pay, the money was 2 weeks later than usual, interfering with her bills. After the government reopened, there was great joy for mostly everyone affected. Santiago was excited to be back at work. As she pointed out, people want to earn their salaries honestly, and most people really like what they do. Delia Santiago is only one story out of 17,450 NASA employees furloughed during the government shutdown. Numerous other agencies were also impacted, resulting in 86,600 people being furloughed and costing millions to the American economy.
Telescopic Topics, a look into the world above us. Stay tuned to KUR for more telescopic topics, and for more information or to hear the segment again, click on the Telescopic Topics icon on the KUR website at www.kutztown.edu/KUR. Telescopic Topics is a production of the KU Physical Sciences Department and is recorded by the KU astronomy students in the studios of KUR. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Hey everyone, it's Shantae and welcome back to Kutztown Live. Today I have Pamela Godley with me here today, and she's a self-help business author. Welcome to the show, Pamela.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Yes, as you were saying before we went on air, you haven't been here in 3 years.
I have not. I feel bad.
Yeah, this is my first year hosting the show, so I'm just happy that I get to meet you before I graduate.
Yeah, great to be here. Thanks so much for giving me the opportunity.
Yeah, no problem. For those who don't know you, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Like, where are you from?
I live in Reading, and I started my business in '96 and graduated from Kutztown University in '96.
Wow.
So I was an adult or non-traditional or old student when I came back to the university to further my education. And like I said, started the business. And in 2012, I wrote my first book, and I just published my second book. So here I am to talk about the books.
Oh, okay. So when you came to Kutztown, were you going as an undergrad or a graduate student?
Undergrad.
Okay.
Yeah, I took some time off, got my associate's degree, then took some time off, and then came back for my bachelor's.
And, I was looking on your website. It says that you focus a lot on customer service, sales, and marketing. Did you major in marketing here at Kutztown University?
No.
Really?
No. I find when I talk to students and they are all set on their career, and then when they get out into the real world, they unfortunately rarely use the degree that they majored in. Unless it's a specialized skill. I was actually a political science major. I was going to be a foreign diplomat and a lawyer until I realized what lawyers do and decided, no, that's not me.
It wasn't for you?
Yeah, no. So I went into marketing and helping small businesses create a marketing message. So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm currently in marketing right now. I'm a brand ambassador for Pasanati's Food Service.
Oh, okay.
And so what I do is I go out to events and, I promote organic veggies and meats.
Nice.
Try to get people to sign up for that.
Nice.
It's hard.
It is
very
hard.
Sales and marketing are hard careers. It's definitely not easy, but I will say that it can be rewarding.
Absolutely. Especially when you find your niche. When you find out what works and you stick to that, it's much better.
Why do you think marketing sales is so important?
Well, usually the traditional corporate structure is from the top down. So it comes from the CEO, and then it comes down to the actual customer service folks and the sales folks and the marketing folks. I have found that traditional way of doing business doesn't work anymore because we're in an informational revolution. So we have our consumers are very much educated, and they know what they want and they know what they expect. So now it's the consumers telling the businesses how to do their business and what they want and what they expect. So what we do is we start with customer service, and everything that we learn through looking at the reputation model is then passed on to sales, which is then passed on to marketing. And if you notice, marketing is last. Most people try to put up a website and then they're done with their marketing without having any basis of what that website should look like or what their clients are expecting. So I really think the traditional way of doing business has flip-flopped. And I help businesses make that transition.
Okay. So you say that you help businesses. Which businesses do you think needs more help when it comes to focusing on consumer or customer needs?
definitely retail, grocery stores, the big box stores, the department stores. Customer service is really lacking. And I actually wrote an article saying that that's why Amazon has grown to the gorilla it has, because the customer service really, really kind of sucks. You know, you can't go in, you can't talk to, nobody knows what's going on. They're so short-staffed. If you have any questions, there's nobody around. And, you know, I think the corporations are trying to get in touch with their customers, but they're not doing a very good job. For example, I was in a grocery store the other day, and I was in line, and I was waiting for the cashier, who's now, you know, either you bag your own groceries or they're doing it. The cashier is now doing it. We used to have a thing called bag boys that used to actually bag your groceries for you.
Yeah, oh my God, I remember that. That was like a decade ago.
Now, I don't want to bag my own groceries. I don't want to check myself out. That's not what I'm there for. That's your job. But they have these self-checkouts where you bag, and I'm like, I'm stumped. So I wait in line. This cashier says, have you been able to find everything you're looking for? And I'm looking at her going, what if I'd say no to you? I didn't say this, but I'm thinking, what if you're going to make the 27 people behind me wait because I can't find the pesto sauce? Now, somewhere in the corporate structure, that came up as something we need to start for customer service. But when it's actually laid out and put and executed, it's not going to work real well. Mm-hmm. So I go in and I try to help the people making the decisions to understand what the real needs of their clients are and not what they think they are. So we base it on a reputation model, which helps them discover, define, and develop the reputation they need to help their customer service, sales, and marketing grow their business. That was an awful lot I just said there, but there's a process that I created to help businesses transition from, we have the best customer service in the whole world, to your customers are saying you have good customer service. There's two different mindsets there.
I completely agree. And you also mentioned that people are preferring to shop online versus in the grocery stores. I myself, I actually shop online. I find it easier. Mm-hmm. And I also look at the reviews of what people say about the product. You know, I do find it easier. Sometimes when you go out to these stores, they really do not know what's going on. I'm like, I don't know, or you know, they be stuttering. So maybe it could have something to do with the training and
right, because the frontline folks are making probably minimum wage. So what do they care about? You know,
that's true.
Seriously, they don't have any skin in the game. They don't have any investment. They're not included in any of the customer service policies. You know, and then they create these policies, and you can't really do policies for customer service. Customer service is a mindset. It's not a policy. But if you don't empower your staff to make those decisions, they're only doing exactly what you told them to do, which the majority of the time is not what the customers need because you never asked your customers, which is mind-boggling to me. But that's why people shop online, because 20% of people don't go to stores because they don't want to wait in line.
That's true. That's true.
Now, how simple is that to fix? You know, get more cashiers. That's pretty simple.
Yes, I completely agree with that as well. Like Walmart, the lines are ridiculous in Walmart. They're always long. It doesn't matter what day you go to Walmart.
Or what time.
Yes. Walmart is probably one of the stores I hate going into the most.
And you think Walmart would know that, right? Yeah. It's not a shock. It just didn't happen today. This has been happening for a long time. So to customers, that says Walmart doesn't care because they don't have more staff on. Or the customer service desk is also a fun place to visit if you have to return something. These people are beaten down, beat up, have no enthusiasm, have no joy in their life, and these poor people in the customer service areas of these big stores are just sad. It makes me so sad. But yeah, it's and that reflects back on the customers.
Yeah, I'm thinking with you said you have a model. I was actually reading about that. It's the reputation factor strategy. Mm-hmm. So within the strategy, do you tell people or businesses that they should maybe conduct a survey regarding customer needs, like Can you tell us a little bit about that strategy?
Sure. Where we start is we like to start with whatever the business is already doing. So if they do surveys, we redo the surveys. So I always recommend no more than 3 questions. Do you ever get a survey through an email and say, this will take you 24 minutes?
Yes.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Yes. It's be like
Delete. And so I recommend no more than 3 questions. What do we do well? What do we do poorly? And why do you like our service or our product? And they have to have the comment boxes. This range of like, dislike, hate you, love you, want to marry you, 1 to 10. Nobody knows what that means. And the businesses are doing that for their convenience because they can get a metric out of a 1 or a 5. But nobody knows what 1 or 5 means. So it's very stressing on your customers to make them participate in a survey that doesn't make any sense. And they don't know what it means. So what's the difference between a 3 and a 4? Seriously.
I mean, it doesn't seem too different from me.
Yeah, and even the reviews, when the reviews, the stars, the 1 to 5 stars, that's really a stressful thing on your client. So my recommendation, I actually have a client who is now doing a survey to see if their clients want to be surveyed. And to see how many times a year they want to be surveyed. So yeah, we have to gather feedback. Surveys is probably the easiest one on the business. Making a phone call to a client is probably the most effective way. And you have to compensate them for their time. When you ask them to do a survey or a phone survey or a face-to-face survey, you are taking up their time. And by you not compensating them, you are really insulting them and you're disrespecting their time and knowledge. So I always recommend some kind of gift card. I'm not big on discounting your product or service. That's a no-no. But give them some kind of incentive or a contest or, I don't know, gift card to Sheets or something, just to compensate and say, we appreciate you taking your time to tell us what we're doing wrong or what we need to improve. So it's like a respect level for your clients.
I like that idea. I do not see many businesses offering customers, gifts or rewards for completing a survey. And it does take up your time. And I've completed several surveys, and it has definitely taken me more than 20 minutes to do.
I had a friend who filled out one, and then he got to the end, and he submitted, and it says, you are over your character limit. And it erased everything he did.
Oh, wow. I would have been so mad.
Needless to say, he didn't take the survey. So, customers, my clients tell me, well, people don't have time to take surveys. No, they don't like your surveys. They like my surveys because you allow them the opportunity to tell you what they need to say.
That's true. I like that idea. And you also said that you have created businesses. What type of businesses have you created?
We started the Vigilant Internet Services is the website development company, and we have Gockley Associates, which is the one who helps businesses develop that marketing message. We do consulting and training and presenting. And then my personal Pamela Gockley business, where I'm a keynote speaker and I go out and I talk about the book. I started a nonprofit PA Women's Network. It's a small group of women that get together, and we do informational expos, and we do events like that every once in a while.
Oh, that's great.
So yeah, as far as building your business, women have a problem usually asking for help. When you need help, they're right there to help you and support you if you ask them. Women I found have a problem asking for help. So I started the Pennsylvania Women's Network thinking if I get these women in a room, awesome things will happen. And they have. So that's one I don't have a whole lot of time to devote to, but that's one of the heart. And I have a small Berks County based website as well.
That's good. I like when you said that women have a hard time asking for help, because I'm one of those people. I don't really like to ask for help. I don't like to rely on anyone. I'm more of a person who likes to do it themselves.
I did too until I realized people have much better ideas than I do. And usually in an easier manner, they're executed much easier because someone else has a different thought. So yeah, you kind of, after a while you get a little tired of kind of hitting the wall, and most people have extremely good ideas. So
Yeah.
just consider that.
I will. I know for one thing, I took a small group communication class, and I will say, sometimes it's easier and better to work with a group rather than just yourself, because you do have many ideas, and those ideas can go on to create something great.
A good group
Yeah.
of smart people.
Yeah, definitely.
You don't want any knuckleheads, because
Yeah.
that'll just...
Yeah, we were the my group, we were the highest in the class as far as grade wise. So
That's
that was
good.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like I said, you do find, I have my Super Six. I have 6 very successful women around me who have agreed to be my mentors. So whenever I have an issue, I can call them, and they have no trouble beating me down or beating me up or saying, that's a great idea, I would pursue that. So you have to have mentors around you, because you're much stronger as a team than you are alone. You really are.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I do. And that's why I took that class, because it taught me how to work in teams, because I usually have trouble working in teams.
That was hard for you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
definitely hard. Definitely hard. Because I've had bad experiences working in groups or teams, because there's always someone who doesn't do their work or do their part, and then there's another person who thinks they know everything. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's tough. But luckily, me and my group, we got along really well.
And that continues out into the working world too. You don't ever get away from that.
Groups, I know.
You just learn how to deal with them better. And
Yes,
you don't
yes.
take it personally. That's pretty much.
Yes, and that's what the class taught us, how to work in groups effectively, whether it's in class and outside of the world. So
Unfortunately, not everybody took that class. So
no, they
you're always
hadn't.
you're always going to have that to deal with out in your working world.
Yeah, but we're gonna get into your books now. So I was looking online, and your previous book was called The Reputation Factor: Repositioning to Succeed.
Mm-hmm.
So how is that book different from your recent one?
What I did in the Reputation Factor, because I'm a computer geek, so I have to have a process or nothing makes sense. So I created the Reputation Factor to help people realize that a reputation just doesn't happen. You have the one you created. So you want to make sure that's the one you need.
Mm-hmm.
So we go through the discover, define, and development of your own personal reputation, and we make sure it's a lifelong learning process. We want to make sure your reputation is where it needs so you can be successful. So I took that model, that strategy of it starts with you, but it's not about you strategy, and I applied that to business. So we have to understand the industry you're in. You know, for example, radio stations. You have to understand the overall industry, and then you have to understand the reputation of the radio station that you may want to work for. And then it comes down to your reputation, that you're doing everything you can to exude radio station. So if you don't listen to the radio, that might be a good place to start. You have to start listening to the radio to be on the radio, in my opinion. But so I took the discover, define, and develop that into the business world. And I'm excited about the entrepreneurial department now through Kutztown University, that this is critical for them to understand the reputation of the business that they're in, or if they start their own business, the reputation it has, the real one, not the imagined one. You know, women usually say, I don't care what people think about me. And I'm like, yes, you do. And men are like, oh, they all love me. I'm a great guy. You know, are you sure? You know, type of thing. So we kind of take it through and make sure that your reputation and make changes. Unfortunately, in the fourth one, I had to add a fourth D, which is defend. So when things go off the rail or something not so good happens, we need a plan. if something negative happens in your industry or to your business, because you never know the environment of business today. So we have the defend is to have that emergency plan when business goes off the rail to help deal with that as best you can.
Okay. So do you go out to, schools and other businesses to teach these strategies that are in your book?
I do. I talk to high school students. I talk to college students. Love to talk to Kutztown. Can't seem to find the right person to talk to here, but I would love to talk to the students at Kutztown. And I also do conferences. I just got back from Florida for a 4-day conference speaking to about 300 independent retailers. So that was interesting.
I think you should come to speak to the students at Kutztown. You could definitely speak with the people in ACE. I just got done interviewing the marketing coordinator for ACE.
Okay.
Maybe you could speak with him, and that could be like a big event. Or maybe you could speak to the marketing department or the communications department. I'm a communications major.
Okay, good enough.
So, yeah, I think you can make that happen. I think you can.
I love Kutztown University. I can't wait to come back. But I know it's been 3 years, so I was thinking actually to go for my next degree, but I don't have time.
The master's? You
Yeah,
can always do online.
I don't have time.
Online.
I'm tired and old and grouchy now. I don't want to.
Yeah, they always say you're supposed to just, when it comes to education, like start while your mind is still fresh. You know, I mean, I'm a senior now, and I'm just not so sure about graduate school.
Yeah, I recommend taking a break. If it was supposed to happen, it would happen.
Yeah, but I am thinking about going to...
Your mom's not listening, right? Your parents aren't listening, right?
My mom does listen to my show. She does. But I'm not sure if she's listening
Sorry, Mom.
I mean, yeah, I think, everybody thinks they getting an education is important, but... I mean, I do too.
Education is important, and the piece of paper, the fact that you went through a 4-year college is important. What is not so important is what your major is, but how it can be applied to whatever career you really, really want to pursue.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I like about my major, because it's broad. Like, I can do so many things with a communications degree.
Yeah, if I would have to do it over again, I would take psychology.
Really?
Because you can't really have a job without contacting people, and a lot of people are crazy. So if I would go back and do it over, I would take a psychology class.
Well, a lot of people are saying, actually, I think my mom is a psychology major. Yeah, she just received her bachelor's degree 2 years ago.
Nice.
But a lot of people are saying that you can't really do much with a psychology degree. Like, they're saying you would definitely have to get your master's for that degree. Definitely.
Well, but that could be applied to any field. So if you want to be, communications or that would apply to any kind of field, marketing or HR. That would be a good basis for anything.
I mean, I didn't think about that. And then I still have 2 minors in public relations and professional writing. So
writing's extremely important as well.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, I think I did well choosing that minor.
Yeah, because that can be applied to anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
I mean, you wrote 2 books, so.
I have really good editors. You gotta have an editor.
How long did it take you to even finish the books?
The first book, because I really didn't know what I was doing, it took me about 2 years. This second book took me about 9 months.
Oh, yeah, that's a big improvement or big change.
So
definitely.
My third book, which I already started.
Oh, wow.
The second book is called The Art of Running Red Lights. And the third book is Adventures in the Mall Parking Lot. So it's going to be all about retail.
Yeah, like, how do you come up with these titles? Because I would have never thought that the red lights would relate to sales and marketing, customer service. I would have never, ever thought that.
Well, the art of running red lights is a metaphor, obviously. Mm-hmm. Somebody says, yeah, I was hit by a drunk driver, went through a red light. I'm like, oh, my, that's not what I mean. But it's about how different people run their businesses in different ways. Mm-hmm. And some are very successful, and yet other people run it totally different and they're successful as well. So it's just a metaphor for, how some people stop at green lights and some people hit the gas at yellow and some people just blast through red lights. It's just a metaphor for how people approach business.
I like that. See, I like that.
Yeah.
And then your next title is
The Adventures in the Mall Parking Lot.
The Adventures in the Mall Parking Lot.
Because nobody can follow those little lines, right? If everybody would follow the little lines, I would never get my car dinged in the parking lot, right? My car doors are dented.
Yeah, I suck at parking. Yep,
because
I suck.
People can't follow the lines, and it's kind of a metaphor as well for retail. Mm-hmm. So
when do you think you'll be done this third book?
This one's probably going to take me a little bit longer because I'm doing a lot of speaking around the country, doing a lot of traveling. Was in Vegas, was in Minneapolis, was in Dallas, was in Orlando. So I've been traveling on the road a lot. So.
Okay, and you've been traveling to promote your latest book, correct?
Yep, and to talk to business owners.
And all right, so I would like to know what events do you have coming up?
I'm actually speaking at Penn State on the 17th of November up at State College. That'll be fun. I have a couple chambers around the state that hired me to speak to their members, and I have a speaking engagement in March, which is going to be all CEOs.
Oh,
that'll be interesting.
That's big.
Yeah, and then the Lions Club in Douglasville just called me and they want me to speak. So, I mean, it's from 10 people to 400 people.
So you have all your events planned up until March?
Yeah, I have one in April. Usually speaking goes out really far. It's usually a 6-month.
Okay. Well, do you think you could squeeze Kutztown
since you asked me, I think I could do that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just because you did. Yeah.
Yeah, you could talk to the department chair. I have her email address if you would like the communications department chair. She's also my academic advisor if you like her number.
That'd be great.
Or email.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which department or what organization you're looking to speak to.
Yeah. Well, I spoke to somebody in the administration, not in the educational field, and he said every department has its own budget and its own events and its own schedules. So that's why there's not like one person that does that. So you do have to go to the departments.
Okay, well, like I said, I can give you the department chair. I can give you her email address. Her name is Claire Van Ans.
Okay.
I can give you her email address. And if she's unable to have you for the communications department, she can definitely refer you to the public relations or, pretty much in any department.
Yeah, and I do this because it's so important. Mm-hmm. It's so important to your success. You can have, straight A's, you can have 4.0 grade point average, and you can know everything about the industry. But if you can't get along with people and if you can't understand why, we can figure that out. So it's very important, and to build a strong network, now is the time to start.
Yeah, I definitely need to start doing it myself.
You have to do it.
Yeah, I think it's better to start while you're young and while you're ready.
And you have to stalk people, and I teach people how to stalk people. I have Jonathan Baskin, who is a guru in the reputation world. You've never heard of him. But I talked to him on LinkedIn. I commented on his articles. Mm-hmm. So I asked him if he would write a review for the new book. Just asked him one day, hey, would you? And I said, if this isn't appropriate, please delete this email. And he said, absolutely. So his quote about the book is on the front cover because I wanted him in my network, and he is. So you have to figure out who do you need in the radio world. Call Howard Stern, see what he has to say.
Oh, God.
I mean, he knows, he's a character, but he knows the business for sure.
Yeah, the only person that I've really talked to, I'm not sure if you heard of this Beasley Entertainment. Mm-hmm. I met the CEO of him because I went to the Radio Show Awards in Atlanta.
Okay.
I received a scholarship from the Broadcast Education Association to attend the radio
Nice.
show.
Nice.
So I met the CEO of Beasley Entertainment. I met a couple from iHeartMedia.
Mm-hmm.
I also met Carrie Kasem, Miss Carrie Kasem.
Mhm.
She's the daughter of the guy who used to play
Casey.
Casey Kasem.
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to play Scooby Doo. So yeah,
Yes, he did.
yeah. So I met her, and I actually interviewed her on the show. So I got a few insight about the radio industry.
And you
but-
have to keep building and nurturing that relationship. I met Joey Pantalone from he used to play in The Sopranos. Really nice man. Tavis Smiley. Really, really nice guy. So, yeah, you have to start picking out who you want in your network now. I had a 10th grader who's in a film curriculum. And I said to him, who is your number one film director? And he said, Steven Spielberg.
Oh, he like action movies.
And I said, well, why don't you find his email and send me an email? He goes, you don't do that. I said, no, maybe you don't do it. I do it. And I think you should too. So he said, I would have never thought to do that. I'm like, why not? What's he going to do? Ignore you? At least you would have tried.
Maybe not.
I said, he may be in a point in his career he wants to help mentor young people interested in making films. You don't know.
I never
You
thought
don't
about
know.
that. I'm actually gonna try and do that now.
Don't assume what people are thinking. Don't assume. Let them tell you. Give them opportunity to tell you what they need to say.
Wow, I never thought about that. Wow, I learned a lot. And
Good.
I just want to thank you for coming on our show. And I hope your book does well.
Thank you so much. Yeah, and if you want to check it out, it's on the artofrunningredlights.com.
Yeah, do you have any social media websites that people can find you or find your book?
Yeah, I'm a huge proponent of LinkedIn, and I just mess around on Facebook. So, yeah, LinkedIn. If you want to be professional, you need a LinkedIn profile.
Yeah, I have a LinkedIn account.
And no beer on your profile photograph. No. I will haunt you.
No, definitely not. But like I said, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank
and
you.
I look forward to seeing you here at Kutztown.
I look forward to being here.
All right. We'll be right back, guys. You're listening to Kutztown Live.
It's Telescopic Topics, a look into the world above us.
NASA identified 911 near-Earth asteroids with an approximate diameter of 1,000 meters. These are considered the larger planetoids found within our solar system and located between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter in the main belt. The near-Earth asteroids are split into three groups: Amor, Apollo, and Aten. Amor asteroids' orbits come close but do not cross Earth's orbits, while Apollo asteroids do cross Earth's orbits but spend most of the time outside. Unlike the other two groups of asteroids, Aten asteroids spend more time within the Earth's orbit as well. Despite the seemingly massive collection of asteroids in the solar system, the mass of the combined total equals less than that of the Earth's moon. Asteroids revolve around the Sun-like planets in an elliptical orbit, and 150 of them are known to have small companion moons as well. However, the surface temperature of a typical asteroid is about negative 70 degrees Celsius. They have remained mostly unchanged for billions of years, which might offer some additional insights into the origins of the solar system. 75% of known asteroids are called C-type or carbonaceous. These asteroids inhabit the main belt's outer region. The two other larger categories include S-type or siliceous and M-type or metallic. A rarer type is referred to as a V-type. These groups of asteroids have a basaltic. A rarer type is referred to as a V-type. These groups of asteroids have a basaltic volcanic crust composition. Asteroids capable of inflicting global disaster on Earth would need to have roughly a quarter-mile diameter. Such an impact from an asteroid of that size could send the Earth's atmosphere into a state of nuclear winter. An atmospheric cloud of dust would block out the sun and encase the Earth within a thick veil of particles. But statistically speaking, the chances of an asteroid hitting the Earth at that magnitude only occur once every 1,000 centuries. Information on asteroids was very limited until 1991, when Galileo was the first spacecraft to take close-up images of an asteroid. In 2001, the first craft to successfully land on an asteroid was named Eros and paved the way for others to test similar bounds in the future. With the continual advancement of technology, it is only a matter of time before we have a greater understanding of the intricate system of asteroids within our solar system.
Telescopic Topics, a look into the world above us. Stay tuned to KUR for more telescopic topics, and for more information or to hear the segment again, click on the Telescopic Topics icon on the KUR website at www.kutztown.edu/KUR. Telescopic Topics is a production of the KU Physical Sciences Department and is recorded by the KU astronomy students in the studios of KUR. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Hey everyone, it's Shantae and welcome back to Kutztown Live. Today I had on the show the marketing coordinator from ACE. He has a couple of events coming up. This week, he has the karaoke night tomorrow. And he also says that he has a few more events left for the semester. He said there are about 7 events left for the semester. And he also said that he will be taking our thoughts and opinions into consideration. As I mentioned earlier, before I graduate, I would like there to be an award show or some sort of formal dance. That's what I want to see before I graduate. And he said he's going to try to make that happen, which I'm very happy about. So I'm looking forward to what he has planned, not just for the rest of the semester, but for the rest of the year. So I'll be sure to keep in contact with him. He will be back on the show next week. He will continue to be on the show for the rest of the semester to give us updates about the events that ACE has for the university. And, thank you all for listening to Kutztown Live, and I'll see you all again next Tuesday, same day, same time.